Hey everybody, Boris Schlossberg from BK Forex. Welcome to our trade setup for 129.13, Revenge of the Euro Crosses. As always, past performance not indicative of future results. Trading Forex carries a high level of risk, may not be suitable for all investors. High degree of leverage can work against you as well as for you. And before deciding trading any such leverage process, you carefully consider your investment objective, level of experience, and risk appetite. Possibility exists that you could lose some or all of your initial investment. So you should be very careful with your choices. The information, including commentary and trade ideas, provided on bkforex.com should not be relied upon as independent research and should be performed for making investment decisions. The information and opinions presented do not take into account any particular individual investment objectives, financial situation, or needs, and investors should obtain that advice based on their own unique situation. We're not responsible for any loss incurred on investment made by readers as a result of this information, and if you're seeking investment, legal, tax, or accounting or professional advice, we do not provide it. You should seek it from professionals. Okay, very interesting day in the Asia session today. Let's start with the Aussie because it's really been the revenge of the Aussie. In the Asia session today. We overnight in Asia, in Australia, we had the best rebound in Australian business sentiment in 10 years, and that has just basically fueled a very strong short covering rally in the Aussie. The Aussie was scraping the bottom yesterday below the 104 level, came back above the 104, but it's been Asia that's brought us all the way through to 104.50, which is now sort of the new resistance level in the Aussie, as it's just made this very nice bull bottom and kind of hangs here at a critical juncture. 104.50 obviously is the overhead here. If we can sustain that break a little higher, it really opens up a way towards the 105, perhaps even 105.25 before you see any serious resistance in the Aussie. That has resulted, in a sense, into a massive reversal in the Euro-Aussie trade, which has been, where's my Euro-Aussie? Here we go, which has been distributing all night long, and that's been a key factor in weighing on the weakness in the euro. So Euro Aussie was a huge move up yesterday, and today you're seeing a big distribution as a lot of that short covering, a lot of that profit taking now is taking place. The decline in the Euro Aussie has been the primary weight to the downside in the euro itself, which has been distributing, as you can see, kind of below the 34.50 level. Although it's really been holding very steady. Euro is just at this critical juncture here, as it's just sort of building this big block here between 34.30 34.50 for the last several days. It really needs to break above not this 34.70, but really towards the 34.80. That's been the big resistance level. That's been where a lot of optionality has been. If it takes out 34.80, there's a very decent chance of making 3,500. On the other hand, if we start to see further distribution here, we go into the 20s, then obviously the path of least resistance is going to be towards the testing of the 3400s. So the euro also at a very critical junction here, and part of the influence of what's going on with it has been the change in the cross trade, which has been very pro-euro positive over the last few days. Now it's just kind of seeing a little bit of correction in that trade. Euro-pound, same kind of a thing, although not nearly as marked as Euro-Aussie in terms of distribution in the Asia session. Pound itself is hanging on. It's basically consolidating around the 57 and may in the short covering burst make a run towards the 57.40, 57.50 run as the night progresses. But this 57.50 definitely is the first level of resistance, kind of overhangs it. The signature in the pound has been to correct, come back up, fail at the support level, the resistance level, and then come back down. But having done this so many times, you've seen this 1, 2, 3, 4 over the last few days, it's possible that we may be finally kind of building a more sustainable bottom for the pound, as it's been grossly oversold for the last few days. Yen is also doing its consolidation thing, and it's basically consolidating 90.50, 9100. This is a critical level here because it broke 90.50 in Asia for just a tad bit, and they came right back up. They tested the lows, but they bottom up, showing you that there's a little bit of support here for the yen. But yen needs to basically come back and clear 9100 with conviction in order for us to see fresh highs. If we start to drift below 90.50 again and break 90.50, break the lows of the day here, break the lows of the day again, it's very possible we then go all the way to 9000 as profit taking really kicks in, and we have a big distribution top here in the yen. So that's sort of how everything shapes up here today. A moment of consolidation and decision in Asia that could take on much greater significance as the day progresses. In the yen, the key level is 90.50 up to the break side. In the euro, it's either going to be 30.80 to the upside or 30.20 to the downside. And the Aussie definitely looking healthier of all right now in terms of holding quite nicely above the 104.56 level. A break higher into the 104.70s really opens up a run towards the 10500 as the short covering really comes in very, very handy. On the other hand, we fail here. This is just another distribution top, and then we come right back down to 104s as the day progresses. And then lastly, cable just trying to hang on for its dear life, trying to see if 57 was going to be the actual bottom for the near term. Cable here, the lows in cable, I believe, are what, 56.76. So these get broken, 56.50 gets tested. If we can cover ourselves up a little bit further towards 57.50, then it has to overcome all this resistance as the day progresses. So that's pretty much how everything shapes up. This is Boris Schlossberg wishing you guys the best of luck and the best of trading. Over and out.